We'll be starting our backroads adventure today in Groveland, California, and ending near Mariposa, California. This map shows our route. We'll be turning on Smith Station Road and heading for the Red Cloud Mine, then exploring more old gold mine districts and enjoying the lower elevations of the Sierra in spring, and traveling through terrain that transitions from oak and manzanita to pine and fir. We'll pass by historic Bower Cave and end our excursion with a spectacular view of the Merced River. We'll be traversing the switchbacks of the Burma Grade Road. We'll also be crossing several times the old 1800s road into Yosemite National Park. There are all sorts of wonderful areas to explore out here, and choosing a different trail, we could see the Pilot Peak Fire Lookout or Little Nelly Falls. We would end up near Foresta with a great view of El Capitan and Half Dome. Groveland retains much of its Old West flavor. It's not a big town, but the Yosemite Gateway Museum is worth a stop there. And Google ahead before your trip to pick out your lunch place among some of the great eateries. Bottom of the hill. We go to the left on this fork or the right?
Right, up the hill. Fast.
By now, we've come to the Red Cloud Mine. Our group didn't stop nearly long enough for my tastes, and I've got to go back and poke around the old buildings some more. Discovered before 1880, The main period of production of the Red Cloud was 1885 to 95, when most of the workings were driven and most of the production was made. In the 1980s, a modern mining company reported the old workings were in good order. They were doing testing to consider bringing the mine back online. The shaft, I read, is 700 feet deep, and a 22-stamp mill operated on the property back in the 1800s. It's estimated that in today's dollars they would have produced $1.5 million. Goes down and down and down. We're skirting the community of Creeley Hill, where the sign at the entrance of the village doesn't give the population number and elevation number. It simply says population is friendly and elevation is just right. In the late 1990s, I became a bit acquainted with Mrs. Greeley. It was she and her husband's ranch which had been subdivided and became part of this area of spread out ranchettes and rural houses. Most of the route we're covering now is made up of old roads put through to support the mining of the 1800s and maintained today for property and fire suppression access. We'll just sit back and let you enjoy the ride.
Across the bridge, the miner cave was just off to the left here.
Yosemite Road.
Probably a patented mining claim back in here, so it is private property. You just can't get off the road. A lot of weekend gold hunters that come up here and kind of scour these mountains. I'm an eagle, so that doesn't work. Putting the descent down into the Merced River Canyon, it's not too bad at first, but it starts to get pretty steep out here. Up to 2 miles. JKU from New York City, and they don't know. They're not off-roaders at all. They're lost. But they're out of the way, right? In fact, I think they're going to turn around. They thought the road behind them was rough, and it gets rougher as you go up, so I think they're going to turn around.
Now we are coming to the last part of our excursion. We're going down the steep descent to the Merced River on the Burma Grade. In the next 5 miles, we'll be losing 1,500 feet in elevation getting down to the river. Very little information online is available to tell the history or the naming of this route, Burma Grade. The visitor center at the bottom of the switchback road is open very limited hours, just on weekends, and in nearby Mariposa, California, the museum person I talked to also could not shed any light on it. The best guess these days is that it was put in to support mining activity around 1900, actually, receiving equipment and other goods at the train depot on the bottom of the grade, and then giving away to transport the stuff back up to the mining districts. For our purposes, it gives a wonderful view and exciting end to our route today. We are descending to the area of Briceberg. Originally, it was called Bear Creek because it is at the confluence of the Merced River and Bear Creek. They come together at this spot. This is a small community in Mariposa County, and when William Bryce built a store here in 1926, the area became known as Briceberg. Here's something interesting with more recent history. After a 2019 fire, to save the cost of running new power lines to the area, PG&E, Pacific Gas and Electric, decided to create a self-reliant power system to serve this remote community. The standalone power grid includes solar panels, batteries, and a backup generator. And the Briceberg Bridge appears to have been built in 1924. It was replaced with a new bridge in 1937 after a flood took out the first bridge. It was built by the U.S. Forest Service and Civilian Conservation Corps workers. Originally, there were railroad tracks on the north side of the Merced River, and there was a train station here. Road building materials were taken by rail to this station, and a bridge was needed to haul them across the river to where Highway 140 was being built. It is a riveted steel suspension bridge, which I've read is unusual in that it's a small bridge to be constructed in this way. Thanks for joining us today on this ride. Come along again. simply subscribe and like to our channel. Thank you so much.
Hey everybody, this is Ariel the Jeep Dog. Thanks for watching our video, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button down there.